Why is it doubted one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
There's a new data study that says that making proof for an unlawful universe. UFO in the form of a bright light is descending over the dome of the rock of Jerusalem.
All right. It's GUFON. I'm live tonight. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I am your host, Con. Hey, we can't have that in the background. You see this? Can't have this. Much better. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was Kevin Hart. Remember, Kevin Hart does that. If you ever seen his routine where he talks about his dad, and his dad always used to go, all right. All right. So tonight, we're going to talk about experiences. What am I doing here? Why am I here? Why do I care so much about what goes on in the UFO community? Why? Why would I care so? What am I gonna do to change things? And I think about this all the time. So I don't know. All I know is along the path that I was on, I'll have to say, a Jeremy Corbell path. Right? And then everything changed. And then 15 years later, everything changed. 14 years later, everything changes again. Wait. 2007 and 7 and 9 and 1920. 4 years ago. So now it's about 12, 13 years later, everything changed again. And now things are changing again. We're going to go over all the changes and the importance of being a voice and not being a voice. How do we get heard? How do we make change? And how? That's it. I want to know how. Okay? I came into this field. Nobody taught me I had to learn everything on my own through trial and error. It's the best way. It took longer, but it didn't. It actually, I don't think it, I knew there was so much bullshit in this field when they were taking my videos without asking me questions. Dots in the distance. Hey, Richard, oh boy, yeah. Oh, those are great, yeah. And then they go up on their websites, and that's why I built a website. I'm like, why am I giving these people all the glory and the credit? Well, not credit, but, it's on their site. All my videos were getting astronomical stuff. Views, hits, whatever they got. And then I think the government shut my shit down extremely fast. When the website was new in 2005 and 6, holy crap, 900, the last thing I saw was around, I think it was 960 something thousand original visits to the website the last month, and we were only, 7 months old. And then I noticed the Chinese Federation or something. I know the Russian Federation, but what happens is when you have a website, you get to see all the visits from all the different places around the world. And we're talking over 1 million views on shit throughout that whole site. It was an incredible site. What I show you here is only a portion because it's the Wayback Machine. It doesn't give you everything. It gives you probably a third, at least of my website, because a lot of stuff is missing. And I guess there's only so much they can retain, but they got the essence and the general theme of the site. But why? What was I doing? Why was Russia, China? I was seeing the Iranian government in there. There was Taiwan. And it was like the IP addresses, like usually they would tell you, like everyone would be individualized, but not these. These were like, it would start with one IP address, and then you would see, and then like after the IP address, it would tell you when it came in, what country it was from, how long they stayed on your website. And underneath, you would see in succession the next IP number and then the next IP number, but it didn't tell you where it was coming from because it didn't have to. It was like it was being passed around an office, and there were dozens of IP addresses that were under a main one, which then we come to figure out, oh my God, that was some office in Russia. Like, you know, one of their government offices, we figured out. It was crazy. And then a month later, I was shut down. Like, not shut down, but they I mean, I talk about everything here, so nothing secret. And I was telling everybody how I go on my laptop, So I got a virus that attacked the entire computer, shut it down, couldn't even open it anymore. And I'll tell you the rest of that later. We'll do a little bit of roll call here. I'm sorry, I just got into it and didn't stop because, you know, it's me. Who's here? Kelly Lewis is here. What's up, Kelly K in the house? Welcome to the show. Scott. Hey, there you go. What are you doing? Everybody. Neff? Nuff? Noof? Neff. Welcome to the show. There he is. My counterpart, RG, Rusty Gruner. What is up? Good morning to you. And the one and only Myra Page, a sunflower for all of us. Welcome to the show. What's up, Brookis, huh? Andrew, what do you say there, Dr. Mysterioso? Yep. And it's $1.50. It didn't. All right, I got to do this now. See, that's not cool. I heard a ding, but it didn't show up on my side. So I'm going to look here real quick on the phone. Okay, I see Dr. That's the only one so far? Yep, it's a rainbow. Dr. Mysterioso with the super chat of $1.50. We round up over here. Well, thank you, Andrew. And welcome to the show, a continuing supporter of GUFON, Dr. Mysterioso. Thanks, man. And, yeah, perfect segue. If you want to help support Truthology for ufology, all the links are in the show description. Show the world you support Truthology for ufology. What's up, Andy Cowley? How you doing? Welcome to the show. I don't know what I did with your name there. Where'd it go? Hold on, Andy. All right, if I find you, I'll put your name up. But welcome to the show, A. Cowley. Apostate Prostate, welcome to the show. LAGS, Abandoned, welcome to the show, Lags. With a Z. And he's back. Samo Goofonian Rockstar. What's up, Chief? We missed you like, well, a lot. Marcel did such a good job, and all the others, but it's good to see you're okay, bro, and that you're back. I didn't know you left. I don't read the chat room. You didn't send me an email. Good to have you. Welcome to the show. Hey, Josie, UK. I'm okay. Everybody's okay. Welcome to the show. Hey, there he is. Dark Room UFO. Hi, hi. Good to see you too. Love the name. And my favorite tonight, the Zesty Italian. Ma? Meatballs for the Zesty Italian. Oh, she's got them ready. A dozen plus one. And the apostate prostate throwing down to $2 for ready for some truthology tonight. Oh, we got a lot of it. Hey, thank you for that. Apostate prostate throwing it down. I'm going to see something here. I want to hit a heart. Did it do anything? It doesn't show up a... That's cool, though, that I could hit the heart. Do you see the heart, that I hit the heart? Can you see that? And then I hit a thumbs up. Why did they put the thumbs up there? I don't get it. I don't get that. The thumbs up, like... So everybody can say, oh, hey, good job, apostate. Everybody, we hit thumbs up now for that? That's weird. Yeah, I'm never in the chat room during the live show, although I've noticed it before. I never said anything about that. Yeah, it's weird. Thank you, though. Apostate prostate. I like your style. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, there another one came in? Hey! Antarctica is Atlanta for the second time. $6.50? Huh? I don't know what that means there, Rocky. But did I miss something? Let me go over to Super Chat. By the way, yesterday, Twinkle, before the show, left 2 Super Chats from her, his or her country of 1999, which I found out, I did a search, equates to $25, and he or she, Twinkle, sent 2 yesterday before the show. So thank you for the $50 now that I figured it out. American money. That was a really nice surprise. And what was I doing just now? I was looking something up. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I was looking up the super chat. All right, here we go. Let me hit the refresh button. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, so... Oh, I see, Dr. Antarctica is Atlantis. I see it now. Okay, so you sent 3, a $2 Dr. Mysterious, a $1, a $1.50, and a $2. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 50. Got it. Thank you very much. That's how you rock and roll. Thank you very much for that, Andrew. And super chats roll on. Thank you very much, Dr. Mysterious. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we have a lot of show to do. And let's get going. I didn't expect that. What's up, FAP and Alfie Joe Bob? There they are. There they are. They are, Andy. Got you on the board officially. Andy Cowley, everybody. All right, we done? All right, ready? So... hold on. I gotta check this. Oh, looks like a few PayPals came in. 1 PayPal. I don't understand. It says 2, but there's only... It's Marvin. Marvelous Marvin throwing down a $5 PayPaler. And David Wilcox. Oh man! And David Wilcox, you didn't have to do that. I kind of didn't mind it the other way because, well, it is a weird thing because PayPal never used to do that. So what I'm talking about is on PayPal, if I get monies that aren't United States, right? It's from another country. I can't deposit it until I get American money, even if it's just $1. It will not put them all together unless it won't deposit into your account unless you have American money in the PayPal account. Never did that before. And I've messaged them about it. Nobody ever got back to me. All I get is an undeliverable or nothing. That's it. That's what I got the last time. Undeliverable. To their actual thing, copy, paste, or just click on contact us. That's what it said. So I just, for the last year, I haven't said anything because, I figured they'll fix it, but they never did. But thank you for sending the American money, David Wilcox. And also Marvelous Marvin for being a continuing supporter as well. And really? $2.50 from Sproul. Jose Marie Sproul. Thank you very much for the $2.50 on the PayPal. I know I'm a little too excited. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. I can actually I forgot what I was going to say. That's twice in a second. It's twice. All right. So thank you for helping start the show that way, guys. It's really appreciate that. I can't thank you enough. Like always, support the show because if you can, we just try to go out there. And I've got tomorrow I'm going to the haunted house to set up our reservation. I hope our friend can still come with us. And I'm not going to say who yet until I finalize it. But the haunted house, there's two of them right up the street from where I live. And I can never remember the name of it ever. Here. It's the what is it? The Ryan Sprague home? What is it called? It is the Stiller House. I can't remember the name of the house. God. It is. Here it is. Hold on. Oh my God. What is wrong with me? The May Stringer House. Oh my God. I can never remember that name. Yeah, the May Stringer House. And then there's another one 1.5 miles away. And that is called the Church of Luther. No. There's the one. Where's the other one? It just. Here it is. The Pickett House. The Pickett House. So I'm going to see about doing a haunted house thing. I never could go to Pine Island to try to record UFOs. See, Pine Island opens up at 9 a.m. You can't get in till 9. And when I went out droning yesterday morning, it started to drizzle at 8:30. Was it 8:30? I think it was. Well, whatever it was, it started raining and I couldn't go to Pine Island. And tomorrow we're supposed to get rain starting at 11 in the morning. So I'm going to try to get there tomorrow morning to do a little, you can't go there at night. But what I want to do is either tonight, well, it would have to be tonight. And I might do this. Go back out to Bayport Pier because believe it or not, Bayport Pier is 3 miles from Pine Island. So all I need to do is go to Bayport Pier, which is open 24 hours a day, and fly the drone to the same area. I was going to do that anyway, to Pine Island. So I now have a place to go to UFO hunt at night with the drone, with the P900, and the phone. Well, I won't be able to use the phone because it's flying the drone, but I'm very excited. So if I do that tonight, what I might do, if I catch anything, is I'd probably go live on the way home and see how that works. You wouldn't believe what it could. Man, I got some lights. What do they look like? Dots. Hello? But they were good dots. Nobody wants dots. All right, let's start tonight and get into the ufology that makes us say, not my ufology. Yeah, your ufology. I want to continue what I was talking about, and I'll do that in a minute because I can't spend all show talking about my life. I mean, you guys have probably heard it before. There's no reason to keep talking about it. So what I'm going to do is get back to where I was in the middle of that after I talk about what's going on in today's ufology. Christopher Mellon, you heard right, the Melon Head. Yeah, let me get on top. There we go. I like being on top. So as you can see here, if you go down to the bottom and just look right here, not trying to be snarky, but how can any of us ever expect AARO to complete a transparent, fair, and unhindered investigation of anything at this point? It's like asking the mafia to conduct and publish an honest audit of itself. It's just not happening. Or the police. You could have said the police. The police are like the mafia. They do investigate themselves. So Mellon says, well, as I've said many times, AARO is an inherent conflict of interest when it comes to investigating allegations of recovered off-world materials. Nobody in the UFO community is likely to believe them anyway. Certainly not if they report negative results. So Christopher Mellon is ripping on AARO. Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Is that how you say it? So he doesn't trust AARO? Anything they say is a lie? The UFO community is likely to believe, nobody in the UFO community is likely to believe them anyway? So why do we have it? Let's get rid of it. AARO is done before it's finished? Wait. It's finished before it got started. That's what you meant to say. So it really is interesting that he would say such a negative thing. However, he says they have an important role to play in collecting and analyzing UAP reports or UFO reports from the military. That's UAP, from the military and the intelligence community. They are doing some good work there. For example, developing and deploying new sensors to detect UFOs. I think their biggest problem to date. Wait, hold on, go back. Wait, so AARO is doing good work, he says. For example, they're developing and deploying new sensors to detect the UFOs? Really? Like what? Eyeballs? You mean just looking up? Idiots. I think their biggest problem to date has been a lack of credibility due to unfortunate comments by the former director. Oh, you mean the guy who told the truth? You see what he's trying to do? He's trying to make you think Kirkpatrick lied. He didn't lie. There's no physical evidence proving alien technology. He was right. Why are people angry? Because that's not the narrative they wanted him to use. He has to do it our way because that's what we've been saying. Now that he throws this monkey wrench into the mix and tells the truth, maybe by accident, I think on purpose, we've got a big problem. So let's just say it what it is, Melon. And that's what he's doing. He's actually coming out. The very thing he was trying to support and saying you can't trust it. Oh, but they're doing good work. No, you can't have it both ways, dick. You can't. Either they're doing a good job or they're not. And they're not in his eyes. So how can, now you see, then the back guy, oh, well, they're doing some good work. Why do you got to be passive aggressive? Just say what you mean. That's the problem with that side of ufology. They don't know how to say what they mean, so they lie. There is an opportunity, he says, with new leadership to achieve greater openness and transparency. I hope the administration will select someone committed to maximal transparency with Congress and the public because the office has important work to do. Aww. Ideally, however, Congress would undertake its own independent investigation regarding claims of concealed UFO materials. In the absence of that, let's hope for a new director who will promote transparency and enhance that organization's credibility. In other words, we got to start over. Yep. And no, I like Kirkpatrick because he went against the narrative that they wanted so badly to be in that report, and he left it out purposefully. Oh God, that was so freaking awesome. I think me, Stephen Greenstreet, and maybe John Greenwald are the three people that think that was the greatest thing ever. Now, Mick West. I forgot to talk about this yesterday. Well, there was a lot of stuff to go over yesterday, and this might take a few minutes, and I didn't have it. So here we go. Look at this. Popular debunker Mick West admits he is paid. Oh, I did mention this. By an undisclosed organization to develop it, but I never went over it. To develop his UFO analysis software? This person says this may have already been posted. Apologies if so. I just stumbled upon this checking out Mick West debunking analysis site, Metabunk. Yeah. For the past 5 months, I've been working with an organization, Mick West says, to add functionality, increase visibility. Is that what that is? I can't see it on the screen in front of me. Pardon me. Oh, increase usability and improve the documentation of my UFO analysis tool, CITREC, or CITREC, S-I-T-R-E-C. Part of this process included making CITREC open source so that anyone can examine the code and so that other individuals and organizations can install CITREC on their own systems and use it for their own work. I'm paid for this work at a reasonable hourly rate. So any external contributions to the I'm sorry. I'll just stick to the English American. So any external contributions to the code base don't make me money. If anything, that's less work for me, so fewer hours. But the contributions benefit the UFO investigation community, as do the contributions I make on my own time and the contributions from Metabunk members. I'm not paid by the organization to do anything other than write code and documentation. Besides this one project involving CITREC, the only paid work I've had in the last couple of years has been writing a few magazine articles, like Skeptical Inquirer, and a few TV appearances like The Proof is Out There. Nobody has ever told me what to say or write, let alone pay me for a particular spin. I'm not paid to spread disinformation, propaganda, or a particular narrative. interesting that he would have to bring that up. Like, who was thinking that? Were you thinking that? I wasn't thinking that. Of course we were. Everybody's thinking it. He had to say it. Oh, no, they're not paying me what to say or do or act or pick a narrative. Oh, no, but I'll work with them. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to say anything. We know. You're not going to work with a company you don't see eye to eye with or don't have a, you know what I mean? Unless they're paying him extremely well. Probably $250 an hour. Right? $200 an hour to program writers make. Don't they make that much? It's good money. Yeah, little side projects like he has right there. They pay you good, so you work hard. If they don't pay you good and they say, well, there's no really, just work on your own, then you really don't do anything. But they pay you good, you do it good. So Mick West doesn't have to be coerced or paid off to say what this company probably already says that he believes. You're not going to go to work or work with somebody you don't share the same ideologies with. You won't get along. So it's a nice thing for him to say, but we know. Of course, he's going to say what they want him to say. I don't buy it. I don't know. I've worked for people and they never once said, they just wanted the talent. They just said, do your thing. We'll pay you. But I didn't know what their political affiliation was or how they felt about this, that, or the other thing. I just wanted to work. So I believe them that way. But this is the UFO world, people. And things aren't always what they seem. And the fact that he's actually talking about this publicly means one thing. People are questioning his credibility right now, which they've always done. But anytime there's money being involved and you're working on a program that can detect UFOs, figure out what's a UFO, analyze a UFO, whatever this thing is, yeah, there's going to be a lot of questions raised about your intent, your agenda. So Mick West says, and he goes on, I keep getting questions about if I get paid. I didn't want to have to craft convoluted answers, so I thought it'd be best to explain what the situation is. I'm in favor of full transparency. There we go again. Didn't we just hear from somebody else, Melonhead, say the same thing? Full transparency, but the organization wants to be anonymous. I asked them what I could say. Oh, I cannot. Giving any information about who they are or not would be like 20 questions, allowing people to narrow in on who it might be and probably get it wrong. Any idea what organization would pay Mick an hourly rate to develop a tool for people to debunk analysis UFOs on the conditions he kept their name secret? Presumably a reasonable hourly rate for a computer programmer and YouTube personality is not peanuts. So who do you think is paying Mick West for that computer programming that he's doing for ufology? I'll tell you who. You really want to know? Of course you do. Brandon Fugel. Yep, that's who it is. I bet you. Who else? Who else? Arrow? No. Elizondo? No. Who? Who can it be now? Dr. Mysterioso throwing down $2. Leader Schumer. Oh, God. Thank you for that. $2. Throwing it down again. We're up to $8.50 with Dr. Mysterious. There it is. Thank you very much. Leader Schumer. Leader Schumer. Oh, God, I hated that. James Fox was chasing him into the elevator. Leader Schumer. Oh, he was like a kid seeing his favorite baseball player. Oh, Leader Schumer. Oh, God. You can taste the disgust. Ugh. James Fox. Forget it. He's done. Hey, Ben, the Yorkshire Guffonian, with a £2, 2 quid super dono. It's beautiful magic. And we're okay with that. Thanks, Ben. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. It's a $2 Beautilofo. It's beautiful. Thanks, Ben, a continuing supporter of GUFON. And there it is. Who can it be now? Whoops. Something just came in. It's $4.20. I bet it is. It's Ben throwing it down on the PayPal. $4.20. Just because. Ben, you are a continuing huge supporter of the show. Thank you so much. Thank you. Again. I like how it rings in. And they just need to colorize it for my chat room so I can see it. All the time. They don't do it all the time. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Let me refresh. So after Dr. Mysterioso, $2, and Ben the Yorkshire. There we go. Okay. I'm sorry. I got heartburn. Woof. Yeah. All right, here we go. What time is it? Oh, yeah, this show's freaking flying. All right. Listen to this garbage. I'm sorry. You know what? Don't listen to me. I'm negative Nelly. Okay, but I have to. You'll see. Does anybody here? Dr. Drew is talking about UFOs. Dr. Drew, guys. And here, believe it or not, Logan is on Dr. Drew from X. Yeah, we follow Logan. Check it out, though. This is actually interesting, and I'm surprised, but I don't like some of the things I hear. And you'll figure it out. Go.
Logan, I'm putting you up here. You got to unmute that mic. We're going to wrap up pretty soon. Yeah, Logan, go ahead.
First of all, I'm such a huge fan, Dr. Drew, since your Loveline days. You and Adam Carolla, massive. Okay, let's get on.
Okay.
So we're in the midst of like the biggest like UFO, UAP disclosure like in history, right? We're making passing bills in Congress and whatnot. Yeah. And just wanted to know what.
Wait, what? Wait, what did he just say? So we're in the midst of the biggest. I'm sorry. We're in the midst of like the biggest like UFO disclosure. We're in the midst of like the biggest like UAP disclosure like in history, right? Like there's just as many likes as there are the word UFO or acronym. So here he says UFO, and then here he says UAP. Makes good sense. We're not in the midst of the biggest like UFO disclosure like in history. We're not. And we're not passing bills in Congress. Nothing went through. What is he talking about? What bills? What passed? What, the amnesty thing?
The the mental health effect is going to be on the population, on the religious side, the scientific side. If it's disclosed aliens are here, they've been here for a number of years, and so on.
I don't know. I will have to give that some thought. I think it could. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the aliens are beaming us these thoughts into us. They're making us go upside down like this. But I think it could I don't think it's necessarily obvious how it's going to go. In other words, it could increase the sense of awe and mystery in the world, in the universe, right? It doesn't have to say, oh, we're in a simulation because aliens are here.
What are they talking about? How do they get to that? Oh, yeah, we don't have to say we're in a simulation because aliens are here? How do you, out of nowhere, he just brings it up? Is this just weird?
Here, it could go the other way, you know?
What? What
So I
other
don't know.
way?
What do you think?
I think, God, for so many of people like me, it already has done that.
Yeah, great guy you got on there, Dr. Drew.
I think for a lot of people, especially on UFO Twitter, it's we don't really need disclosure, so to speak, because we already know it's here.
Oh my God. This is the problem. This is why I played this. This is the left side of ufology. They think like children. Very much so. They think like children. Oh, even though I don't see Santa Claus, I know he's here because those presents are under that tree. Oh, I know Mommy and Daddy put Santa's name on there because Santa doesn't have time to write all of his presents. He just delivers them. Oh my God. That's who we're dealing with. That's what this kid is saying. We don't need proof. We know it. No, you don't. I've been in it my whole life. I don't know shit. How does he know? How does anybody know? Oh, I sit here and I tell everybody, yeah, I know there's something going on, but I don't know what. I have no idea what it is. Is it demons now? I've always wondered that, even before it became a topic of interest. I don't know. Are we living in a matrix? Very possible. So we've got matrix, we got demons, we got multiple dimensions, we've got it all. Nobody knows. But guess what? Logan knows. And he doesn't need proof. Look, this isn't love we're talking about here. We're talking about aliens. Okay? You can't see love, but you believe in it because you feel it. That's not the same thing as feeling alien. You need proof, guy. We all do. You know why? Peace of mind. We have to know what we're going to pray to. If they're that much smarter than us and that much better than Jesus. Literally. All right, let's see what else these lunatics have to say.
Right.
But it's for the people that, are most skeptical minded, that really need the scientific evidence to back up.
No. You see, it's the skeptics who need it. I'm skeptical, but I believe. I just want to know what it is. There's something out there. Even the skeptics know something is out there, but we need to know what it is. Sorry, Logan, you don't know jack squat. Nobody knows. Now, we all know inside there's something out there, but that is just the human nature as well. For being nomads, like, I don't know, being a Viking even, explorers of the world, explorers of the universe. That's inside of us to discover. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that's who we are. God, they take feelings to facts, and that's what the left does over here. They do it with the government too, and I've noticed everything is about feeling. It has nothing to do with facts. It's amazing to me. Are you a feeling enforcement or are you law enforcement? Because you seem to be taking care of their feelings instead of the freaking law, which says ... Well, you can't be here because they don't feel good with you here. Same thing. I'm allowed to be here. The law says it, but because their feelings are hurt, they feel intimidated because a camera is pointing in their direction. I have to leave because their feelings, it's feelings all around. That is why I'm so frustrated with ufology these last 7 years. You mother effers brought in your freaking feelings and Jeremy Corbell and his fakeness and disinfo shit. Hey, at least we're talking. So we're talking about our feelings. We're not talking about facts ever. Anyway, let's get back to Logan and see what she has to say.
Certain claims and whatnot.
I am one of those skeptics, and I'm open, and it'll be interesting if there really is something kind of wild that they're disclosing. I understand that world. I've seen it. Joe.
They're not disclosing anything, bro. That's the thing. Nothing is happening. People aren't disclosing. We'll find out when they disclose it. No, you're not.
Rogan obviously is fascinated by it and is letting you guys talk about it all the time. And what's his name? Bob. Caleb, help me. The guy that was supposedly doing research on this cesium. Bob. What is it?
Bob Lazar.
No, Bob. No, George. That's a different. This was the guy that allegedly from Las Vegas, and he was swept into the New Mexico thing, and
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar. And the one thing I will say about that
Logan says Bob Lazar. And when Dr. Drew says Bob Lazar, Logan goes, "Oh, that's how you say it." And this is the guy that's talking UFOs with Dr. Drew. This is who Dr. Drew has on his show. Oh my God.
that I would take issue with, and maybe this is me to Logan, and if you can explain this to me. If this is the most significant finding in the history of the world with the most extraordinary physics ever contemplated by humanity, why do you select just some guy named Bob off the street in Las Vegas to analyze it? Why Bob? Why Bob? Why didn't you go to Caltech? Why didn't you go to Princeton where they had these, could really dismantle this stuff? Why Bob and this other guy? Because I think that was a human experiment that they did on Bob, where they wanted to look at how perhaps other intelligence sources, meaning like other countries, might dismantle our technologies. So they give Bob, who sort of must have met some average physics ability of, say, people in China or something, or of the intelligence agencies in China, and see how they would manage a monumental, impenetrable technological task. I think it might have been that. Now,
what? What? What did he just say? That Bob Lazar, he goes, why Bob? Why Bob? Oh, it was part of a social it was a test to see how China would manipulate getting the information? Huh? What am I missing? How? On my life, I am sorry for what I'm about to do, but I've got to listen to that again. I don't ever do this, but I don't understand what he just said.
Other guy, because I think that was a human experiment that they did on Bob.
Okay, so they're doing an experiment on Bob to see how he reacts. Got it.
Where they wanted to look at how perhaps other intelligence sources.
Okay. Do you see how does he transition? Talking about Bob Lazar being a social or being an experiment. And then he says this, to look at, they got Bob, that they did on Bob, where they wanted to see how perhaps other intelligence sources, meaning other countries, might dismantle our technologies. I get it now. I get it. I finally get it. What he said was Bob Lazar's intelligence is equivalent to someone in China who's into UFO technology and stuff science-wise. So they wanted to see what it would be like through Bob, because they're saying Bob's intelligence and know-how is as good as China's top scientists. So how would China's top scientists go about dismantling a UFO using Bob as that avatar? That is the dumbest, most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my entire life in this field. Now, I understand his thought process, but that doesn't mean a China scientist would use the same tactics or same approach. That is absolutely stupid. And what he's meaning is, with the limited intelligence in that subject, how would they do it? And Bob is going to be that example? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I get what he's saying, but that is absolutely, I'm done with this for now. We'll move on because I've spent way too much time here. But I was surprised at how stupid this conversation was going. It's absolutely irresponsible. But they can talk. They can say whatever they want. That is awful. Just awful. What an awful, awful interview that way. We didn't even get through it. I'm going to leave it up and I want to go back to that. Not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Oh, it's so bad. I might make a video about that. How stupid that is. Oh, God, I got so much to go over. All right, check this out. I meant to start the show with this and I forgot all about it. Actually, I didn't. I couldn't find it. So, will the presidential debate cover UFOs? So, recent push to get UFO questions during the debate are being pressured to be part of that. Harvard paper on crypto-terrestrial hypothesis. They want to talk about that. President Biden being dismissive about UFOs. Donald Trump talks about it. Tim Doyle thinks there will be a UAP question asked during the debate. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it right now. I don't give a shit about the UFO discussion in the presidential debate. It doesn't help my financial situation or yours. Unbelievable that, I get it. I get it. They're going to have a couple of debates. Actually, I don't think there's going to be a debate. I think somehow if they don't get out of it, the Democrats, and try to stop Biden from talking, after 15, 20 minutes, Biden's drugs are going to start having the reverse effect. Did you see Biden recently? His eyebrows have been extended upward like a madman. It's crazy how they made his eyebrows go whoop. Oh, he's had some work done. It looks awful. It looks like they're trying to keep him from, like they're trying to keep his eyelids open. that guy, and he looks, the sad thing is when you see these videos of Biden, and he's got the only person in the whole audience and everybody on stage around him, his wife and the guards and all this other stuff, other candidates, they all look like they understand what's going on. But he's got this face that Parkinson's person gets, or somebody who maybe has Alzheimer's. That they get this look. I can't even do it. My father has this look, and it's like their mouth is always agape. It's just barely open. Yeah. And they look like they're thinking too hard. Like they just, and that's what Biden looks like. I'm like, that guy's got Parkinson's. That guy's dying. Well, he is 82, right? Go.
The war in Gaza, the border, all sure to be covered extensively in the upcoming presidential debate between
Hairy Legs Joe, Jeff Garvey throwing down a $5. Yeah, I just love it when the kids jump in the pool and rub the hair on my legs. The hair pops up. And I always like kids rubbing on my legs. And that sound goes out. Every time a child rubs on my legs, an angel gets its wings. I like them. They're like roaches. Scatter when the lights turn on. Thanks, Jeff Garvey. You made me smile today, and I appreciate that. $5. Thank you very much. That was funny. I forgot about the hairy legs. Actually, I have a video I want to show later.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump. But that leaves plenty of room for other, as of yet, unidentified subjects. Because there is now a push to get the subject of UFOs into the presidential debate. In fact, the hashtag disclosure debate is trending online as not only an effort to have President Biden and Trump address the subject, but to declare their willingness to declassify files related to UFOs and UAPs. That's unidentified aerial phenomena. And the subject may have more credibility than ever before, thanks to a group of scientists, academics, and researchers from, wait for it, Harvard. Yes. They have collectively suggested that not only may aliens exist, but that extraterrestrial beings could be living underground on Earth, on the moon, or even walking around among humans. Many of you are thinking right now about certain people in your life. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. Coining the term crypto-terrestrial to explain a secret UFO civilization, the scientists at Harvard have 4 theories on how those beings came to be walking among us. Number 1, they came from a different planet at some point, and they've concealed themselves ever since. 2, they're a form of intelligent species that have evolved separately from humans. 3, they're part of an ancient civilization on Earth, which mostly got wiped out at some point, possibly by a natural disaster. Or 4, there is something supernatural, like fairies and elves. Now, at one point in time, you could maybe say this seems so fantastical, but does the fact that this is all coming from Harvard researchers lend it any more credibility to the point where this will actually be covered in the presidential debates? And
No. Just because Harvard is talking about it doesn't mean anything at all. It means they're talking about a subject that is relatively popular right now in pop culture. That's why. And because we're getting near the presidential debate, people are wondering, well, can they talk about this during the debate, and why not? So that's the only reason this is being discussed right now. Other than that, as soon as Trump gets in office, you're going to see a change in ufology. It's one we haven't seen in a while. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I got a feeling it's going to get bad before it gets better. There's going to be a lot of upset people. And we have seen nothing this year. I know it's half over, but nothing. No new evidence, no new whistleblowers. Don't give me Jason Sands, please. That I don't consider him a whistleblower. I consider him a blowhard. I don't like the guy's story. I don't like the way he manipulated me and lied to me. So I don't have a feeling of trust in this guy. And he said some weird stuff that nobody can ever accept. There's no proof. So bringing this up for the presidential debate, I guess so. Yeah, I guess we should have it in there. It would be interesting to hear what they would both say, but can we make a prediction? if they do bring up the topic, you know what Trump's going to say. He says the same thing the 3 times that we've heard him talk about aliens. There's people out there who believe it. I don't. But there's apparently some people who really believe it. Some good people. Very smart people, too. Smart people. Good people. But it's not for me. And that's what Trump's going to say. But, you know, there's people looking into it. Biden? Bidophile. What would you say to the UFO community? Do you think that we should be studying these things a little more during the next few years? Because that, wait. Let me tell you something, Jack. If there are aliens here, why ain't they stepping on the White House lawn? You hear what I'm saying? Now, Mr. Biden, let me finish the question. Yeah, you got a question? And then he does that face like he's smelling his own farts. All right, here we go. Finish this off. Presidential debate, aliens, UFOs. Should it be brought up? Well, let's hear the rest of this.
If so, what would Joe Biden and Donald Trump say? Just 4 months ago, or 4 months into his term, I should say, President Biden couldn't have been more dismissive when the subject came up.
President Obama says that there is footage and records of objects in the skies.
Hold on. The guy who's asking the questions, this is 3 years ago, guys. He says, President Obama, and then Joe Biden starts laughing like he knows or thinks he knows what's about to be said. Watch this weird reaction.
President Obama says,
I don't understand the laugh. He doesn't understand where he is, does he? Right there. He's just lost.
That there is footage and records of objects in the skies, these unidentified aerial phenomenon. And he says we don't know exactly
Look at
what
him. He's listening. You could see he's listening to what to say. Look at that look. He's trying to listen because he's got the 1,000-yard stare. He's not looking at anything right here. Right? And in here, he's being told what to say. And then down here, he's squeezing for life. His little pen. Oh, this is sad. He doesn't understand. They got to tell him what to say. Listen, watch. Look at how weird his eyes, because they start talking to him and watch him change.
Objects in the skies, these unidentified aerial phenomena.
They just started talking.
He says we don't know exactly what they are.
Oh my God. Did you hear that? I think I just heard the hearing aid in his ear is probably turned up very loud. I thought I just heard it. You know when you can hear something through an ear, somebody talking and they have the earpiece on, but you can barely hear the voice in the ear? That's what I just heard. Let's see if that's true. That's why he started, because Joe Biden looks to his left like, oh, I hear you, Jill. Jill's probably talking to him. Sounds like a woman's voice. Listen, it's hard to hear. I have headphones on, so it might be easier, but I'll do it one time. Go.
These unidentified aerial phenomenon. And he says we don't know exactly what they are. What do you think that it is?
I would ask him again. Thank you.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, had a much more measured response just a few days ago when he was a guest on wrestler-influencer Logan Paul's podcast.
I've met with pilots like beautiful Tom Cruise, but taller. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Handsome, perfect.
They look like you.
Sir, there was something there that was round in form and going like 4 times faster than my super jet fighter plane. And I look at these guys and they really mean it. Yeah. And am I a believer? No, I can't say I am. But I have met with people that are serious people that say there's some really strange things that they see flying around out there.
There's some serious people, real serious people, big people, people with eyes, They got ears. They got them. Big people, big. 10 foot tall if they were a foot. All right. The debate, the presidential debate. All right. Stupidity's at an all-time high. All right. I don't know why this would be, but let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Anytime you want, you can make anything whatever you want it to be, even the Grand Canyon. Oh, yeah. Somebody's found a way to make the Grand Canyon mysterious. Go.
This is what they don't tell you. The Grand Canyon isn't just a natural wonder. It holds the secrets of an ancient, advanced civilization. But that's not even the craziest thing that was recently discovered. In a 1909 newspaper article, there were claims of an incredible find saying, an explorer discovered a hidden cave filled with Egyptian artifacts. The Grand Canyon has been studied for centuries, so what's really hidden within it? This is where things get scary. In the article, explorer G.E. Kincaid allegedly found a cave containing statues, tools, and hieroglyphs that resembled those of ancient Egypt. But here's the twist. Some scientists believe it wasn't even the ancient Egyptians, but an ancient advanced civilization called the Anunnaki. It's believed it was actually the Anunnaki who built the pyramids in ancient Egypt, and they also built pyramids and giant structures in part of North and South America. But once they left our planet, they took everything with them, leaving us with giant architecture all around the world.
I find it very hard to believe that they took everything with them. You mean they remembered everything where it was? I guess all the objects must have had a locator on them, right? It's just so convenient. Why can't we? And I know it's hard to believe thousands of years ago that we could have had some sort of technology that we don't have today. And it could just be one thing, but it made everything better. You know, however you want to look at it, whatever it is, it made life better, easier. I wonder what it was. Moving things by sound waves. The guy at Coral Castle, who was that guy? I can't remember his name. Linkletter? Anyway, he was pushing 10-ton stones around like they were on ice, you know? And there they go, just floating. And he had a little box that, because there are some pictures that people have taken because this guy only worked at night, so nobody could see what he was doing. And there were these tall, 15, maybe 20 foot, I don't know, it looked like 15, 20 feet tall. There was like 3 sticks, you know, like 2x4s. And then at the top, they would somehow form, you know, this little ledge where they would put the box on top of it. And I think what happens is when you put that box, there was one box over here and another box over there. And they had those 3, maybe 4. I don't know. I remember 3. Maybe the energy cascaded down off of the 3 pieces that were holding it up. I don't know. And then the more frequency you put on it, the more stuff will float. I don't know, man. It's interesting, though. All right, what's one? Wow, we're going quick. All right. I'll do this, and then we'll get back into what I was talking about earlier. All right. So it looks like Weaponized did an episode here, and I'm a little frustrated watching this clip. Apparently, UAPs are drones theory. That theory, according to them, Corbell and the boy, that theory just got some cold water thrown on it. New FOIA reports show incursions by mysterious objects into Pantech's nuclear facility throughout the 50s. Corbel shows a corroborating article from 1957. These incursions go far before we had drones. Let's take a look at this. Shall we? I don't know. I want to see this thing. I haven't looked at it yet. Let's take a look. There they are. George looks very, very sad. He doesn't want to be there anymore.
You went digging and found a different incursion into this same military base just 2 years or year and a half later.
It's a trip, and it's also, I mean, to me anyway, it's very alarming because, you know, this facility is extremely sensitive. You know, they have an enormous amount of plutonium storage, if I'm not mistaken, on that, you know, in that at that facility.
Yeah.
And you know, the fact that you have these strange objects flying through with impunity and nobody can stop them, like that should be concerning to everyone.
Dustin, is there an indication they tried to stop them? I'm asking in this context. You know, when you tell the person on the street, hey, our most secure nuclear facility had these incursions, they want to say, why didn't they shoot them down? I mean, you would think they'd have the legal authority to knock it out of the sky. Any indication they tried?
No, not according to the document. You know, I do recall, you know, if you recall recently the house.
Okay. So if there was an incursion and they didn't try to shoot him down, then it wasn't anything out of the ordinary, I think. Right? Why wouldn't we? If we think we're going to be attacked at one of our nuclear bases, are you kidding me? Of course we have the authority to shoot at them. But they didn't, because there was nothing to shoot at that was a threat. And if it was a threat, are you kidding me? They didn't do anything at all? Come on, that doesn't make sense. Or they said they didn't do anything. That may be a possibility too.
Some House Oversight Committee grilled Jennifer Granholm, the Secretary of the Energy, and she was emphatic that, you know, they have anti-drone measures, they have security to take care of stuff like this. So, I mean, you know, to your point, Jeremy, this is just like another indication that we're not dealing with prosaic objects necessarily here.
Yeah.
I know. Where do they get that? How does he make that assumption? How can he say that? There's no evidence. Oh, this is, you know, you see how they try to provoke the narrative that they want you to follow. Come on, man. Look, I want to believe too, but just some dude telling us shit. Where's the evidence? Show me the evidence. I thought you were going to show us.
Yeah, that was the attitude of everybody I've spoken with, who they literally are the first line of defense. They do work with FBI and a number of other agencies when there is an event, but these things should be automatically shot down typically, but it avoided the normal detection process and came right through the base.
Right. And guess what happened? Nothing. And we've been ignoring these things for decades. And what happened? Nothing. It never does. That is why the whole thing is bullshit. A threat they are not. I think it's possible the government knows what they are and are told to stand down. No matter how excited these guys get. Hey, we're getting these things over our base. What do we do? Stand down. But we need to stand down. But they're stand down. Nothing ever happens. Ever. If anything, do you know China has literally bought property in the United States surrounding all of the nuclear bases, all of our military bases? 19 of them. China bought land. Makes you wonder why they don't want that DJI drone to be flying around. Makes you wonder. See, China They don't play the short game. They play the long game. I'm not saying they had drones in the 50s. Now, I'm not saying they were buying land in the 50s either in the United States, but what if they were? What if they've been doing it since the end of World War II? And they said, fuckers, even if it takes us 100 years, we're going to embed ourselves into your country and you won't even notice. And we're going to be around and we're going to infiltrate and we're going to raise kids that are going to be in your military giving us all the information we need to know. They're playing the long game. We're in trouble. United States, the first thing that's going to go down are our satellites, then the power grids, and then bombs are going to start blowing up bridges in New York and everywhere that's important. It's all going to happen at once. Haven't you seen Die Hards? I'm worried. I am. We're getting to the point where China has been buying all this land. They've been growing up and farming spies inside our own country. I hope we're doing the same. But they're not as inclusive in China. They're not going to hire a big-eyed white guy to go work inside their important shit like UFOs and back engineering. They're not going to hire Joe American guy. They're keeping it racist because that's what they do. That's China. But over here, Mr. Win and Mr. Kim and Mr. Wong Dong Ding come all work inside the military because it's America. Yeah, you were born here, but your parents weren't. Where'd they come from again? Oh, China? Oh, whoa. Okay, I didn't know that. And when were you born? 40 years ago. Okay, yeah, you can come work with us. Yeah, sure, why not? Come on, this is a UFO. That's Bob Lazar. We call him the Laser. Bob, I want you to meet Mr. Win, Mr. Wang, and Mr. Wong. Mr. Wing, what's Wong? I'm sorry. That was bad. All right, let's finish this up. I'm telling you, we are in trouble. America, I'm scared.
I mean, look, it was big enough to be holding major bombs or something like that, but these are very anomalous, these types of incursions, but they go back a long while. And this is something George said to me about your article, that you really contextualized it. You posted in your article something from November 8th, 1957, a newspaper covered in Amarillo Globe Times. They covered mystery objects sighted at Pantex, and you put an image from that article. So what you've uncovered, what we've known too, is that these incursions go far before we had drones or anything of the like. Is that correct?
That is correct. And, I mean, my article also, I screened.
Let's read this. White light, blinding bright in Texas skies Thursday. There's one sky. Texas sky Thursday night left watchers in awe and fright. From one tip of the Lone Star State to the other came reports of sightings of a bright light on the western horizon. Some viewers said it was a bright white light. Yeah, you just said that. Others said it was red, blue, and green at times. The light, spotted in Texas Thursday night, appeared in areas generally in the west of Brownsville, San Antonio, Waco, Brownwood, Paris, and Amarillo. Bright, again, flashing objects hovering for half an hour over Pantex Atomic Energy Commission Ordnance Plant, 13 miles east of Amarillo, Thursday night, according to plant guards. The brilliant objects were reported to the State Highway Patrol office by plant guards at 7:46 p.m. A patrolman dispatched to the plant arrived at 8:15 and reported that he, too, saw a strange light. The patrolman said guards at the plant were all shook up. Guards said 3 objects had been floating over the plant 30 feet above the ground for some time. When I got there, the patrolman said, the guard said, one of the objects had landed on beep. Pretty cool. Very cool.
Drones or anything of the like. Is that correct?
That is correct. And, you know, I mean, my article also, I believe I scraped up a couple of alleged reports from employees who were working at the plant during in the 50s too.
All right. So there were literal UFOs over Pantex or Pantax nuclear facility. Cool. Very cool. All right. Oh my God. I've got so much left. I got a lot of stuff to go over still. I don't have enough time. Shit. I can't remember what I was saying where I could leave off at the beginning of the show. And I pretty much went over everything. Hold on a sec. I want to see something really quick. Let's do this. Your sister's ass. Okay. So, a lot of people don't understand why there are channels like mine that seem to want to ruin everybody's dream of disclosure. I don't think so. See, the one thing that separates me from a lot of people, and this isn't I'm not getting on my soapbox or anything, but a lot of people never held a camera in their hand. They don't know about UFO hunting. They don't know the difference between HD and high 8 even. Like, you know, they don't understand. You tell them certain things and they're like, what? Yeah. They don't get it. And I don't think that you need to spend 20,000 hours in the field to understand what it's like hunting these things and figuring out that a lot of the stuff we see are mundane objects. And every now and then you'll see something you can't explain. Doesn't mean it's a UFO from an alien planet. It just means we don't understand it. But the problem we have today is that everybody that's in mainstream is on the left. Every one of these people. Everybody in Skinwalker Ranch TV, all of Lou Elizondo and his friends are that. And what I'm saying is the people, the Democrats, the ones that run the media and the entertainment business, are also getting their nose into the UFO business. And unfortunately, we suffer for it. Now, we're living in different times than it was 20 years ago. The internet was, YouTube wasn't even out when I started. I think it just started like a year after or 2 years after I was in. And there wasn't anything like that. Either that or it was brand new. I can't remember when YouTube started. But it wasn't something I could use like today. That just came available to us about 7 years ago. There used to be Hangouts, but that sucked. And it worked half the time. But things have changed over the years. And the one thing that ruined everything that we're in right now is TTSA. TTSA. Not Tom DeLonge. I think Tom DeLonge's an idiot. I really do. One of the dumbest people I've ever seen in the UFO field. But the movement of TTSA brought in everybody that was in the UFO government. Right? Mellon. Putoff. The other schmucks. I can't remember their names. But since TTSA, ufology's been ruined, in my opinion. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, what do you mean? How? We've had congressional hearings. Really? How many have we had? 2? 2? That's not bad. 2, right? Just 2. Yeah. And now? Since then, nothing. Nothing. What? Schumer didn't get his thing to go through. Who cares? What? Pilots and people in the government can come forward without repercussion now? Really? And what about this passive-aggressive approach where the amnesty deal happens, and by, well, October 13th, if you don't admit as a subcontractor or black budget program director, if you don't tell us what you got and we find out after October 13th, well, there's going to be some penalties. The threat is not the UFOs, it's the government. How dare they? How dare they do that to the people they pay and to the people that pay them? How dare they? It's amazing to me. The same people that reallocate funds lie, are totally deceptive to their own, the public, and the aliens. They lie and they do anything they can to keep that black budget program, secret technology, or whatever you want to call it, a secret. Why do you think things cost so much? Because it's not just for one black budget program, it's for 2 or 3. Yeah. Just like in the movie, right? Jeff Goldblum says, well, why do you think it's $800 for a hammer? $1,800 for a toilet? Or who was that? Who said that? Judd Hirsch? Yeah, Judd Hirsch said that from Taxi. Why do you think it costs $800 for a toilet? So I know deep down, guys, I didn't touch anything. That they did it to me all on their own. I didn't do anything. I hope we're still live. What's up, F Graph? Are we still live? Because everything just went crazy for me. Everything just went haywire. Let me make sure. We're not live anymore, are we? Haywire. Let me make sure. We are still live. Okay. That was weird. Everything that I had up just took me off the screen, and everything I had in the queue is gone. Back to where it went. Back to where it came from. It's very strange. And I didn't touch anything. I didn't even have my hands on the desk. It's all good. Okay, thank you. Paul, it's not paused. It's live. We're good. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was weird. All right. So, you know, I always think that there's going to be something good to happen. And the reason I am the way I am is because of what MUFON did to me and what the UFO community did to, let me take that back. What YouTube did to the UFO community. All those who have a YouTube channel for UFOs, you know, we're all being shadow banned some way or another. Some not so intense as others. It's very disheartening, but the thing is, they've got an agenda. And what is that agenda? What would Corbell have an agenda for? Himself. Nobody else. No one else. Just Corbell. He hasn't done anything credible ever. Ever. And yet he's got hundreds of thousands of followers and the media loves him. Why? Because he toes the line for them. He's a bootlicker. They're paying him. It's the only thing that motivates people, especially people like Corbell. Money. And they must be giving it to him. And George too. They must be. And it's obvious. It's sad. And then when Lou Elizondo got here, immediately, I don't ask me how. It was like I was gifted with that ability to see what he was immediately. A lot of us were. We all saw it. We all saw it. We all heard it. We all know it. And we don't want it. We don't need you, Lou. We don't want you here ever. And here's why.
Left the Department of Defense, ironically enough, to finish the very mission they gave me in the first place. I didn't ask for it. I'm not a UFO guy. I'm not a ufologist. I never have been. I never will be. I'm a counterterrorism and counterespionage guy. I do counterintelligence, counterinsurgency. That's what I do. And it just so happens that in 2008, I was asked to apply those same skill sets into the
UFO community. That's what he did. How do you think that made somebody like me feel? You know, to be played that way by the government, by a guy who can't see his own dick. You know, the fat fuck, Lou. Yeah, the other one. No, not S4. No, not that guy. Not fat fuck Tony. Fat fuck Lou. Yeah, I don't think Lou's seen his dick since he was 20. And actually, he was hanging upside down. That was the only way. He did nothing for ufology. He created drama. See, Lou was good when he was with TTSA because he had handlers that told him what to do, what shows to do, who to talk, what to say, where to go. As soon as he left TTSA, Lou became a recluse. He went rogue almost. It was as if he couldn't control himself. And then he got set up on Dave Scott's show with Third Phase of Moon, planning to get Lou to act the way he did, and he lost his cool. And we saw the true Lou popping out here and there. Little boo-hoo Lou. Boy, he's a bitch and a half, though, isn't he? Now they're posting pictures of him online like he's been working out. They're total fake. I mean, it's not... It looks like the guy... Well, it's not Lou. It's some bodybuilder body, but people have modified it to make it look like it's Lou. And it's the funniest picture. I don't have it here. I have it somewhere, but yeah, no. Lou is not in shape. No. Even with my bad foot, I would love to just go 3 rounds in the octagon with him. That'd be fun. Although we probably wouldn't last 30 seconds, but I remember those days when I was calling Lou out to fight. That was like 2 years ago. When was that? Was that on TikTok I did that? I don't know. I want to see something. I want to see my account. Okay, it's taking forever to load. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my God. I don't remember any of these videos. This is funny. I forgot all about this account. This TikTok account. Now, you know how you ever hear me say your sister's ass? It comes from here.
Like nothing good was ever going to happen to you.
It comes from this. And why is the volume so low? Where's the volume on this thing? Get out of there. It's all the way up.
Yeah, and nothing did. What caused the decline?
Your sister's ass.
It's an Italian thing. My mother used to say that all the time. I said, Ma, where's dinner? Your sister's ass. Huh? Remember this?
Hi, TikTok.
Oh, the robe. Where's the Louvre videos? This is when I started working out. Oh, here it is. Ah. Oh, yeah, Darcy Queer, too. No. No. No.
Dorothy! Dorothy! Rob! I'm coming after all of you. You want the challenge? It's out there. I'm ready. TikTok, Lou Elizondo, Darcy Weir, Rob Heatherly. All scared of this.
I laughed too. That was when Lou said he would take us out behind the house, remember? And beat it into us. So I put the challenge out.
Lou! Lou! No Lou. Where did Lou go? I kept up my end of the bargain. But that's Lou Elizondo and his little minions. See, they do a lot of talking, and they want to say things they can't back up. How can you trust people like that when you have the real deal right here? GUFON.
Yeah.
No bullshit here in ufology, and not even in real life. See, that's the difference between me and your government. You can trust me, your civilian boy for ufology, or you can trust Lou and his little government minions. Don't make the same mistake you made 4 or 5 years ago. They're a joke.
Damn. Damn, G. Damn. I don't know. I must have felt confident or something back then. All right, that's it for tonight. I'm getting the health out of here. I'm going to the gym tomorrow. Now I'm going to go. I'm going to go look for the UFOs right now. So, yeah, no, I am. I'm going to go out right now. Well, in 15 minutes. And I'm going to go look for UFOs off of Pine Island. Yep, I'm doing it. First time flying at night over the water. This will be the first thing. I wonder if I can't go live. I wish I could fly the drone and the drone can go live. Oh, I almost, I might need a cigarette after that thought. Whew. Can you imagine if we can go live on the drone? Oh, Orga. I want to thank you guys, moderators and super chatters. Thank you very much. That was a hell of a night. Again, look, you're going to keep me alive this way. I really mean that. Thank you for the support. And Samo, I love you, man. I'm so happy you're back. Good to see you. And everybody, newcomers and veterans, thank you for making the show fun for each other in the chat room. That's all I care about is your well-being and having a good time and learning a little bit, if we can learn anything at all. We'll be back. What's tomorrow? Friday? 7 p.m. Saturday, I don't know if there's going to be a show for GUFON. But for Rich Saves America, there will be a show at 7 o'clock on Saturday. Saturday, the UFC is on at noon, and the main event starts at 3. So I'm thinking, if I'm going to do a show, I'll do GUFON at 9 or 10, and Rich Saves America at 7. Saturday's a big day. Tomorrow we're going to have a good show. And look, if you have any questions, think about this. If you have any questions about the intent of GUFON, we're not here to make fun of people at all. We're not here to cut anybody down. We're not here to not find out what the truth is. That's the whole thing. People don't like the attitude. I get it. I can't change. Accept it or don't. All I know is your government is lying to you. Elizondo lies. Mellon lies. They all lie, yet you want to them all over. I don't get it. After what just happened the last year and a half, you mean to tell me you still trust these people? How? We're further away than we were 2 years ago. Hey, things were going right. We had the congressional hearing, David Grush, right? All of that stuff. The aliens that were attacking Peru and landing in Vegas and somewhere else. I mean, what happened? We are now swimming backwards, being pulled away from the current of nothingness. Because that's where ufology is going back. It's going back. They can't focus on it. They can't. Nobody can do any work right now. Everybody in government's flying off the seat of their pants because the election. A lot of stuff's happening that has nothing to do with ufology. Ufology is near the bottom of the list of things to do in government. Guys, I wish it wasn't for the most important topic in the history of man, other than death. And there isn't that much excitement going on. I'm going to blame it on Jaime Maussan right now. Jaime brought those mummies out and scared everybody to death with bullshit. They saw that and they said, that is not a real alien. What is going on in that UFO world? That's what people are thinking. They are absolutely batshit crazy. Thanks, Jaime. Thank you for doing nothing for ufology again. Jaime Maussan needs to go. As a matter of fact, we have got to get him out. There's got to be a way. Can't we all vote on it? All right. I'll see you guys on the flip. Don't forget, we do it every night. It's Truthology for ufology. It's for you. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow night. Alien bless. Why'd you play that? AB. Okay. Remember when I told you everything flashed? It reorganized my videos in the wrong way.